Greetings and salutations, everybody. Got a little quick one here. It's been a while since I did an 80s throwback for a non-horror title. And this one, well, it's definitely more action than horror, of course, so there is a possession in effect, which is for the 1984 film Ninja 3: The Domination. Now, the only person that I recognized from this film was James Hong, who has been in everything from Blade Runner to Big Trouble in Little China to Seinfeld to Everything Everywhere All at Once. He's really been around a lot. But it also stars Lucinda Dickey, who, though she's had a very short career, she was also in Breakin' and Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. So we got that going for us. Anyways, the synopsis for Ninja 3: The Domination is as follows. An evil ninja attempts to avenge his death from beyond the grave by possessing an innocent woman's body. Now, this is the third of in a ninja trilogy, which includes Enter the Ninja and Revenge of the Ninja, neither of which I have seen, but from what I've heard, they are so loosely connected that there's really no rush to check them out. This one can be enjoyed separately, as I always have, and found I still enjoy it today. Now, I remember seeing this film kind of like make the rounds on cable back in the day, and it was the 80s, and they sure churned out a lot of action films back then, and they definitely loved putting a lot of martial arts in those action films. Big action with guns, big action with martial arts. It was a fun time for these kinds of films. Now, I will say this, if you love some great 80s style special effects and some of the best, like really well-written drama mixed with some of the finest martial arts choreography you've ever seen on screen, this is not that movie, but that's okay. It's fine, because this one does have some charm behind it. Though some of this result is obviously not intentional, this definitely has a very low-budget feel in what feels kind of like a very rushed production, with a lead who was just a dancer before this, having appeared in Grease 2, but not as an actor. And this kind of being her first big role for the most part. This film still has something, something that's just pure fun that's not to be taken too seriously. Now, this one also gives us a very interesting story, rocketing us right into an assassination attempt, or an assassination at this golf course in an attempt to apprehend that assassin. Very long opening, seeing how they are able to evade capture, really cool, fun stuff. And then seeing this assassin eventually being taken out and then possessing our lead. Now, over time, we do get to know a little bit more about her life, her also getting to know one of the cops who was looking into this case of this assassin, and that there are other instances of this, what seems to be like somebody's getting revenge for this assassin, on the ones who had finally taken him out, slowly getting revenge on those cops who were involved in the situation that went down at the golf course. But of course, as we determine, as our lead does, after finding bruises on her body, that she is the one who's kind of dressing up and getting in these scuffles, but has no memory of it. Now, this will obviously be an issue since she is getting involved romantically with this cop who is seeing other cops around him who were part of that original group who took out that assassin being taken out themselves. But luckily, as a lot of this unfolds, they do have a plan of trying to figure this out by seeking the help of a Chinese mystic of sorts played by James Hong, which is where we get some really interesting revelations about this ninja specifically that's possessing her, how to defeat it, and so on, all while some additional help from Japan is also circling in, a man by the name of Yamada, who's kind of like a ninja hunter of sorts. So it's definitely a silly film in a lot of ways. We have cheesy effects, cheesy, stereotypical 80s action soundtrack, and some inexperience, though it still passes, some inexperienced acting going on, though there are still some cool fight scenes. They're not cool in the sense of how realistic they are. They're just cool in what they were trying to bring to screen. It's not executed the best, but it's still a lot of fun. Because nothing in this film is realistic. I mean, it's really just a B movie that happens to also be a lot of fun, one that I've seen several times over the years, because we get a really nice 80s throwback here with some cool martial arts, Chinese mysticism, never takes itself too seriously, and even if you, like me, haven't seen those first two of these ninja films in this trilogy, it's still more than worth checking out. And speaking of checking out, thanks for checking out this quick entry here for the 80s retro review for Ninja 3: The Domination, which at the time of this video is available not many places. I think it's currently on Fubo and MGM Plus, perhaps, but, I got it on Blu-ray here. This was another purchase from Viper Video. It was only like $12. Definitely gives me another title to kind of build out my collection, because you know how streaming is. Titles just seem to vanish randomly. I think even a couple weeks ago when I put up that video for Nosferatu versus Dracula, I mentioned that the Dracula from 1992 was available on Tubi. 2 days later, by the time that video posted, it was already gone. But anyways, some fun 80s supernatural action film, not to take too seriously, just to sit back, take it all in, have a lot of fun. And that's about all that I got for this one here, this little short one. Thanks for coming by, and be sure to like if you enjoyed this content, and subscribe if not already subscribed. And I will see you in the next one.